Heyo! Welcome back. Or welcome. Here it is, the swinging ship itself. When you're placing Upswing, it only lets you place an entrance and exit from one side of the attraction, which is actually perfectly fine because this entrance and exit, both of them are coming from the place where guests will be getting on and off the ride, and also mechanics will be servicing the ride operator building. So it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Upswing has a capacity of 56 guests, which is a lot. If we're using the metric that I typically do for 7 guests per tile in the entrance queue, then this would be about 8 tiles. This is one of the lowest priced rides in the game at $2.09 with its default ride sequencing. And it's near the bottom when it comes to which rides make the most money per second. It's not the worst out there, but it is pretty bad. Most notably is that even if we manipulate this with some ride sequencing changes, like adding in a couple more swings, it doesn't really change much about it. You can see it only reaches 255 prestige. In order for this to hit a classic rating and receive that bonus 40% appeal at the end of its life cycle, if it's in a park for a long enough period of time, it needs to be over the 300 prestige threshold. This is one of 3 flat rides in the game which cannot make it over. Really important to note this. Its financials go from $2.09 to $2.66. It's certainly an improvement. Has a duration of a little over a minute and a half, so it's not the longest ride ever. Speaking of its footprint, it's actually pretty big, so you can't really place rides in close proximity, but there's lots of things you could do to this ride into the terrain. Because it's mostly on the backside, you can cover most of this up, make it really look good with a ride skin, and it'll probably be perfectly fine to do so. Like putting rocks back here. Just make sure you disable all of the collision in settings before you do that. There's something I want to talk about with regard to Upswing. Because it's such a high capacity attraction and it goes through guests very quickly, it could be considered efficient, but because of how low the price is, it doesn't make it that lucrative. It looks like that line size is about exactly where I would like it. Bigger picture, it doesn't make a whole lot of money, even though it has a pretty big capacity and goes through guests pretty quickly. It has a really large ride footprint. In addition to that, and also its really poor stats, 1.62 excitement is enough for guests to start complaining about it, and also 3.33 nausea. That's when guests start also vomiting. I think Upswing actually belongs clear down here. It's a really, really bad attraction. This might be the very first F that I'm willing to give a ride because it cannot get classic reputation. Please do not use this if you don't have to. If you're using it for the vibes, perfectly normal. I get it. I've made a skin for this ride myself where I made little splashies happen, added a bunch of trigger sequencing. That was super fun, and I would be happy to do it again. Just don't go in expecting it to make money. That's not why you place Upswing. That's the ride review. If you did enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, let me know which one you're looking forward to next, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. No, the stream is not over. This is only part 1.